Hello everyone, this is Ender Tyron and we're back with the Wargame Red Dragon Reddit Casual 1v1 Tournament Game 3. In this battle on the blue team, we have TDuffin with a South Korean general deck. And on the red team, we have Werty with a North Korean general deck. Let's be on our way. Looks like they're both bringing out fobs, so they might be... Alright, so Werty's dropped his fob. TDuffin's hanging on to his. So looks like he might be intending for a more drawn-out fight, potentially. Or he's forgotten to delete it. Either way. Oh, K1A1 coming out. And M48 A5K WRSAs. That's a 45-point tank, I do believe. I think it has better ammunition, like it has more AP in the same range as the K1, it just has no stabilizer and it's only like 45-50% accuracy. So it's a bit of a glass cannon. No, looks like he decided against it. It's probably going to bring out another K1 instead. Or say, trying to go somewhere else. Anyway, so some tanks here. K1, I was going for M36s. Got some B-Hos and Sochong Su-85 in the KFE 4050s. Alright, over here he has the K277 Command APC. I guess he's putting that in Charlie. He's leaving this one here for Bravo. Has a KFE 90 for recon. Oh, two KFE 90 recons. Looks like he had some variety of reconnaissance infantry in the truck there. As for Werty, got lots of BTR 60Ps. Got VTT 323 Haisong Chung, which I think is the Igla bus, or the Strela bus. So we got some Korshans, which is just BMP1, T90S, as well as some T72Ms. That's going to be fun. Oh, MI25s. Want to be careful against those B-Hos, though. Those can chew up those MI25s pretty quickly. Looks like he's going to be putting some recoilless rifles in the town here, probably for defense. And I got some recon infantry and some T72Ms. Looks like he's going to be moving them to this general area. Alright, so it looks like they're both going pretty heavily to this town here between Delta and Alpha at the junction. However, it looks like Werty's going to get there fast. He does have BTR 60Ps, which are wheeled, while TDuffin is only tracked. He is dropping smoke with that 107mm mortar, however, and the B-Hos are going to work on the MI25s. Looks like they're only targeting one, so it looks... Oh, that might be a side shot on the K1A1. Oh, side shot. That's 5-8. Oh, that's definitely going to mess up his opening there. K1 is going to be at even more of a disadvantage against that T90S. So, yep. Werty has taken the town, and I think the K1A1 just went down, got whacked by the T90. K1A1's back there, something else got hit. Sochong Su are caught out in the open, taking heavy fire from those tanks. Korshans and T90S and T72M are... Oh, one T72M goes down. Looks like it got whacked by the K1A1 and just the K1. TDuffin's trying to press into the town, but he's moving across open ground. Oh, he's pulling back his K1A1. Looks like he's going to be pulling back the K1 as well. Oh. He's taking heavy fire from those tanks. Oh, B5 is out. It's taking fire. Has a turbine fail. Ooh, critical incendiary. That's only one B-Ho shooting at it, and it obliterates some infantry. And it stuns and damages these M36s. Looks like it might have taken out a K1 as well. H1J is moving in. It's flying in blind, though, so it can't really see too many infantry. is doing some damage to these Gyokudai. Well, it looks like whatever's there went down. Didn't see what it was. It's putting fire in them. T90 is pressing the advantage. K1 is shaken. Looks like it's trying to withdraw it. It is faster than the T90S, so it might be able to get out of there intact. Or, at least not dead. Other M36 goes down. The Coruscants and the T90S are pressing. KFE 4050 goes down. B-Bound Chungpo pushing out along with some Zhangda sniper teams, but they're caught on the open by a KFV 90 and are being spotted by the Suseikdai. T-72Ms are pushing across Foxtrot. They are taking fire from KFV 90, but they do get a hit into it. Oh, Peace Pheasant 2 came out, but looks like he lost sight of the T90S and is evacing it. Oh, T90S finishes off the K1, the K1A1. And now the just regular K1 is withdrawing. Oh, Peace Pheasant 2 is out again. Looks like it's going to try and interdict these T-72Ms. Good luck with that. It should be able to one-shot them. Yep. Oh, but it comes at a bad angle, so it can't get the shot on the second one. Looks like it might be trying to come around. Scores are tied. TDuffin did have a point advantage because he captured Charlie right off the bat, while Werty did not capture Foxtrot immediately. Oh, and both missiles miss whatever they were shooting at. T90S is whacking some M36s by the looks of it. Running low on ammunition though. Okay, 113 TOW 2 coming out. That's just a regular TOW 2 Jeep. Nothing too fancy. Oh, sniper team caught out in the open by KFE-90 and wiped out. K1 is engaging. Looks like he's going for the Coruscant. Oh, but it took a big hit from the T90S. It's worried, so its rate of fire is down. It does finish off the Coruscant, but the T90S finishes it off. Oh, looks like the TOW 2 is going out there. Peace Pheasant 2 is out. The T90S did take 2 damage, and it has 5 main gun rounds left. Oh, and it gets wiped out by the Peace Pheasant 2 before it can reload and repair. And the VTT Hwasong Chong, I don't know how that's pronounced, it misses with its Strellas. And now the mortar is putting fire into this town. It's not going to do a lot of damage unless it manages to get the supply trucks. Right, so Sochong Su along with K200s are moving into Alpha. Speaking of which, Werty has gotten a UAZ into Alpha, giving him a +1 point lead. Oh, something got blown up. BTR 60p by the looks of it. Yep. Got whacked by the M36. Peace Pheasant 2 is out again. Looks like it's going for BTR 60p. And the B5 came out. Looks like it's evacing. The VT T323 is putting fire onto those K2000s. It does have the ZPTU-2, which is not great. It's only 1 AP power, but it shoots pretty fast, so it can do some damage, I guess. It's not great, though. Oh. There we go. And this truck went down to the T-72M. MiG-29 912B is out. That's just a pretty... It's pretty blah. It's not very good. Its missiles aren't very good. They're all SRAMs. It has 6 HE ones, but they're only 45% accuracy, so... It's just doesn't work very well. And apparently it's ahistorical, impossible to fit that loadout on the plane, but that's what I hear. I don't know anything about what the planes can and cannot fit. Oh, 2-piece Pheasant 2s are out. They're not sure what they're going for, and that MiG-29 can definitely shoot them down because they only have Vulcan for self-defense. Oh, M1992 Spag is putting some hurt on them. One goes down. Oh, is it going to make it out? It's taking a lot of fire. Critical incendiary, and it goes down. I do believe a South Korean deck only gets... the Piece Pheasant 2. I think it's 2 or 3 of them at Rookie or Trained. I'd have to double check that. Anyway, Cam 106 is putting fire into the trees here. Oh, no, it's just smoking them out. Trying to screen movement. KFE 4050 is coming out. B-Ho's out. iHawk Pip 2 is out. That's the... Alright, that's the one that's where you pay a bunch for the long anti-helicopter range. Oh, and Pong J2 is out. Which manages to be even worse than the Hawk. But it's also less expensive, so you get what you pay for, I guess. Anyway, as I was saying, with the iHawk Pip 2, it's 3325 anti-helicopter ranges. And honestly, you don't want to be using your Hawks against helicopters because it's just not a very efficient use of them. You want to use them against airplanes. So what you really end up paying is like an extra 5... Oh, bumping the microphone. You end up paying an extra 5 or 10 or so points for the Pip 2 for a helicopter range that you really should not be using under ideal circumstances, of course. It's still a nice thing to have in emergencies. And it looks like these guys are about to get mini nuked by a B5. It's falling, falling, falling. Wipes out K200s and a unit of Sochong Su-85, or 2 units of Sochong Su-85, and leaves another 2 panicked in the open. Though these Yakudai are not going to be able to stop them. Especially if those KFE 4050s get there. Is that smoke, or... Looks like it's just more smoke coming out. Alright, so Werty is at 70 points to TDuffin's 57. MiG-29 is out. It's trying to intercept the KF-16C, but the B-Ho lends its fire. It looks like the KF-16C is going to escape. It's taking fire. Oh, Pong J2 gets blapped by a Pong J2 and falls out of the sky. Alright, anyway. Alright, so Chong-Su have managed to cross into the trees here. Looks like they're about to be engaged by Bo Chong-Su. No, T-90S is out. That could be trouble. However, that's supposed to be not. Tiok Jonsia. Tiok Jonsia. That doesn't matter, I guess. Anyway, looks like a BTR 60 went down. Yep. That's a B5 magnet right there. Piece Pheasant 2 is out. It's shooting at something. Okay, it must have lost sight. Shokal's out. Not the greatest anti-air gun, but it's cheap. Has no radar, so it's immune to seed. Doesn't have great range against planes or helicopters, though. Now the Mi-4 S8 out. That's not a bad gunship, I guess. The platform itself is pretty mediocre. It's kind of slow, if I recall correctly. Yeah, kind of is very slow. Oh, B5 is out. Takes a hit from the Pip 2. It's taking fire from the K63 actually, and it does escape on low health. If that was a regular plane, it would have been shot down, but since the B5 gets 15 HP, it does make it out. Not sure what it bombed though. Looks like it bombed in here. As I was saying, the Mi-4 S8, basically the airframe itself is pretty junk. But those the 80mm S8 rockets are pretty powerful. Now it looks like, yep, South Korea does get 3 Peace Pheasant 2, and a third one goes down. So that means that TDuffin no longer has an effective countermeasure. Well, as effective as a Peace Pheasant 2 is as a countermeasure to Super Heavies. He doesn't really have any way to combat them effectively. Otherwise, he has K1A1s, which have the same AP power as the T90 at 23. They just don't have the armor. It's kind of like the Swedish STR V121. It has the firepower of a Super Heavy, just doesn't have the armor of one. So now Werty is pushing his Bo Chong-su into TDuffin, just the remains of TDuffin's force here. Looks like he only has a KAF-V 4050 and some Chuk Jeonsa, the elite recon. They're pretty, I said they have a mini-me, not carbine, and the Carl Gustafsson too. It's a solid combination. It's just, they're not going to be able to withstand that much Bo Chong-su. M48A5K WRSA moving out. Interestingly enough, Werty does not have anything here that can that does not have standoff capability against the M48A5K, except for that T90S. And he basically has free reign to use it in this area. There's no toes that can stop it, and no more ATGM planes. It could potentially get messed up by like a Peace Pheasant 1, but that's only going to stun it and maybe do some HE damage. It's not going to kill it. It could leave it vulnerable to toes, but that's conjecture on my part. Anyway, looks like most of the action is here around Alpha. TDuffin decided that he is going to take Alpha, which he's going to want. If he was going to do something, he's better do it quick, because right now Werty does have a +2 point advantage. He's at 145 points to TDuffin's 57. Oh, okay, looks like KFE90 spotted these Young Shall Die. Or they spotted him at lost sight. So now we're trying to get line of sight on them. TDuffin is bringing out some command infantry to put into Delta. Okay, FE90 is trying to take out an M1992. TOE2's firing on it. And it misses. Oh. M1992 is putting fire into the Sosek Die, and they're going to go down. TOE2's firing again, so is the KFE90. TOE2 hits it. Not sure if those Zhang Shall Die can spot that UH-1H at the moment. Don't think they can. It looks like some cargo trucks are coming up, probably for the Hawk. So Chong-su, SEALs, as well as their transports are moving into Alpha now. Looks like they're going to be met by some Recon T-55s of Shilka and some Bo Chong-su and Korshans. Right now they're both kind of thin up here in the top, but Werty is definitely at a bit of a disadvantage if TDuffin were to make a concentrated push into Foxtrot. Looks like he's trying to rectify that. Try and stop a helicopter push, probably. Anyway, K63 is managed to stun a T-55, but it got knocked out by the other one. Shilka's about to open fire. Alright, so Chong-su 85 are moving in. Oh. M48's taking fire from the Singhungs. Ooh, and it does go down to them. It has very little armor. I think it's only 5 or 6 on the front and like about 2 or so on the side. It's not well armored whatsoever. It's just a cheap glass cannon that really doesn't have great accuracy. Looks like that's going after the KFE90. It's sitting out in the open, not doing anything. Looks like these T-55s are doing some damage here. Almost out of the Dishka ammunition, though. Zeus Circuit spotted out in the open and get knocked out. Oh, didn't notice it before, but some commandos have... Oh, special forces, I do believe they'd be classified in game. Commandos are the infantry tab, special forces is recon tab, if I recall correctly. Doesn't matter though. The Chokjansa are moving along the flank here. That could be trouble if they can get to here. I'm not sure if they'd be within range of the UAZ, but they have to be careful they don't get spotted with that MD500. Oh, Singhung and KFV-90 are getting to a gunfight. Looks like the Singhung's gonna win this. Oh. Singhung's panicked. KFV-90 is shaken. Oh, but he's moving it. Oh, looks like Singhung lost line of sight. Bombu are trying to move out, but that T-90S has seen them. Probably spotted by that sniper team. Yep, SU-25K is going after the KFV-90 and takes it out. And the Hawk went down, probably the T-90S. Mortar's probably trying to stun the T-90S. AH-1S coming out. That M1992 Spag, though, could be trouble. Well. Looks like TDuffin's trying to bring the AH-1S on that T-90S. It hits it with the rockets, it stuns it. The tow misses, and now it's taking fire from that M1992. Oh, AH-1J is out as well. SU-25K is taking in a lot of damage. B-5 is out. Looks like it's just going to end up blowing up some cargo trucks, though. And that is game. Looks like TDuffin decided to surrender. Alright, so let's see. Let's break it down. So, Werty won 2,075 kills to 1,120 losses, 278 conquest points to 57. So I'd say one of the big contributing factors to the victory, I'd say, was that Werty with his wheeled transports managed to take that junction between Delta and Alpha right off the bat, which gave him pretty decisive control over that part of the map, allowed him to basically dictate everything in the middle, as well as pretty good control over Alpha. And he made good use of his T-90S, and he also had decently effective anti-air, and that allowed him to basically allowed him to shoot down all of the Peace Pheasant 2s, which were probably the biggest threat to his T-90s. And then TDuffin's air defense wasn't the greatest. He didn't have a combat air patrol going, and he basically didn't have any way to intercept those B-5s before they could get their bombs off, and that allowed Werty to basically annihilate any attacking force, or even defending force if he wanted to. You could annihilate them with the B-5s and get the B-5 out of there. And really, TDuffin could only... Basically, he could damage them, but he couldn't shoot down the B-5s. So I'd say that's what determined this battle, was that Werty managed to get... Just that he managed to dictate the flow of the battle by getting the early advantage early on. That's a bit redundant. So he took the advantage early on by taking that junction, and yeah, that allowed him to dictate the flow of battle. And that's about all I have to say about this. I am Xander Churon, and this was Game 3 of the Reddit Casual Tournament. You guys have a lovely day.